I gotta pull my jeans up so my stomach sits better. Okay, hi. Alrighty, I am so excited. I have The Power of Now in my hands. This is the first spiritual book that I've read, and it's by Eckhart Tolle, and I'm so excited to share this piece with you because it has forever stuck with me and definitely changed my life. And I think it's good to come back to because the mind is so powerful. It takes a long time to train it, and I don't know if it ever can be trained, but there are things we can keep in mind and practice that will help us along our journeys. I'm going to be reading something titled Freeing Yourself from Your Mind. I'll just start. What exactly do you mean by watching the thinker? When someone goes to the doctor and says, I hear a voice in my head, he or she will most likely be sent to the psychiatrist. The fact is that in a very similar way, virtually everyone hears a voice or several voices in their head at all times. The involuntary thought processes that you don't realize you have the power to stop, continuous monologues or dialogues. You have probably come across mad people in the street, insistently talking or muttering to themselves. Well, that's not much different from what you and all the other normal people do, except that you don't do it out loud. The voice comments, speculates, judges, compares, complains, likes, dislikes, and so on. Oh my gosh, my voice in my head sometimes drives me nuts. The voice isn't necessarily relevant to the situation you find yourself in at that time. It may be reviving the recent or distant past, or rehearsing or imaging possible future situations. So essentially, this part is all about noticing. So Eckhart Tolle really teaches us how to separate our thoughts from being real, and it's all about noticing what you're thinking, but just because you're thinking it doesn't mean that it's real, doesn't mean that it's actually you, if that makes sense. It's just we have so much going on in our minds all the time, and really what this book comes to teach us is being present, and that's learning how to control that voice or voices in our minds so that we can be at peace. This is not something that I have by any means mastered, but I'm at least aware of it now, and I think the more you can become aware of it, the more power you can hopefully have over it. So when you listen to a thought, you are aware not only of the thought, but also of yourself as the witness of the thought. Let that sink in. So there's a thought, you're witnessing the thought, and now you are the witness of the thought, not the thought itself. Okay. A new dimension of consciousness has come in. As you listen to the thought, you feel a conscious presence, your deeper self, behind or underneath the thought, as it were. The thought then loses power over you and quickly subsides because you are no longer energizing the mind through identification with it. This is the beginning of the end of involuntary and compulsive thinking. Whoo, boy, okay, all right. Oh, something to practice this week. So I think that what I'm going to try to do this week is just notice the thoughts that I'm having, but not giving energy to the thought. And that's not easy, but it sounds way better than overthinking. I hope everyone has a great week, and thank you for watching. See you guys later.